Hello, everybody. This is a grumpy old guy gaming. Somewhat solo stream today. Miss is still a bit under the weather, so not even gonna try and get her on voice today. May hear her in the background, but she's playing along with, so she's here with us in spirit. And we're checking out a game I've wanted to look at on channel for a while now. AdventureQuest 3D. This is a game I got in on right before the alpha stage, before there were guilds and random guild invites for me being dumb enough to be in the root town. Before going any further, I think I'll track her down. If it will let me go there. Hiccuped for a second, but here we are. And there she is. Selena Moondrake, pre-beta hero. And while we're here, let's go ahead and invite to party. Looks like she is running Paladin class. I'm pretty much in my eternal Guardian class because I just enjoy the way the class plays. Okay, so what task are you tracking down? Vampiric Nights and Wedding Toast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We actually both have been very much slacking on our AQ3D gameplay over the past year or so. We both had the Darkovia storyline to finish up. I just finished it up this morning by virtue of not being able to sleep. And I'm with you here by means of massive amounts of caffeine in short spans of time. I'm sure that has no adverse effects whatsoever. Kind of hung out a little too close to the vampires and they respawned. Never a good time for them. So yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of following the missus around. I believe she's playing keyboard and mouse. Not my preferred method of playing, hell, anything. I would rather have a controller for text-based adventures. That's just me, though. And I do have a controller mapped out here. Actually, next week I'll get into the nitty-gritty of it, but it's not the way I had the controller originally mapped out. Used to play this on the old computer, and in fact tried once in vain to get this running for an upload on the old computer, and it was just a choppy, buggy, lag-filled mess. So rather than subject you all to that, here we are, and I'm actually able to stream live fairly effectively with this. Vampire Night going after the missus, so I will go ahead and clean that up, because that's what we do. Wow, you found that toast kind of quick. I had to go the entire way to the second floor for mine. So, fun fact. 1, I could horse 2, but I prefer to be dark doggy. But if you climb this chair here, actually a pretty nice shortcut down to the main hall. Because that's what it does. Unfortunately, she's no longer in the castle, which means I have to pull the old go-to trick. There we are. We are apparently fighting Vampiric Nights out here, which I believe is the quest testing them. Gotta fight 6 of these goons. Got a yup in the chat box. Again, I'm sort of 50-50 split on chat being visible in bubbles. Ended up not so well in the upload when it happened. somebody making a very dumb and immature remark. Kind of hope it doesn't show through too much. I just happened to catch it in passing, but it's really the kind of thing that just doesn't need done. So I've actually got the Paladin Cross class skill. That's what that little thrown lightning bolt with the health regen is. Okay, back to the vampire's throne room. She'll take the easy way, and I feel like taking the hard way, so a jump and we will go. Can't believe I caught that one. And I didn't catch that one at all. So now we're poisoned pretty heftily because I was a putz and I missed the bridge jump. That's okay. We'll get there easily enough. Just gotta fight a few vampires. I do apologize, but in all fairness, you guys weren't going to see the cutscene from my vantage point anyway. If this does look like something that would be right up your alley, a sort of casual RPG and something to play that's got a good bit of story and a great bit of puns, free to play on Steam. Has a one-time upgrade, much like the original AdventureQuest Classic. I, of course, backed this on Kickstarter way back when that was a thing, which is how I got my armor variant, the Kickstarter variant Warrior, which I just love to pieces. Mainly because it meshed so well with the armor palette for the Alpha Knight. Got to fight this big dude and then get back inside the castle. Dodged his attack. That's bad news for him because now we get free shots in. And look at that. No damage taken. Let's do a free heal just for gigs. And yeah, to the throne room we go. Gonna auto run that so I don't have to hold the analog stick forward like yachts. That looks like she was nice and waited for us outside the door. She's currently taking a 5 for his wifey. But yeah, I could spot the black star sword from a mile away. Taking a look at her gear here. In fact, let's go ahead and pop that up. Should be able to inspect. Pull up the whole... No, don't want to pull up the character page because it's not going to show up. She's rank 3 fishing and rank 1 mining because it's not here yet. Got the black star sword cosmetic, the aquamarine earrings, invisible shoulders, healer robes, mysterious outfit, invisible gloves. How does she have healer robes and mysterious outfit? Black raven wings, the Necronomicon belt, the unbound vamp boots, with the 8-bit daimyo pet, and the ugliest stick fishing rod. So there you go. Actually very similar in levels. She's got 51 total class levels at level 31. I am also sitting at level 31 with a cool 58 class levels. Into the throne room we go. I have no doubt she is about to enter the wonderful world of cutscene. We kind of did the thing done, though, so I'm just going to walk up here. All right, secret passage stick. Don't need to worry about that at the moment. Kind of looks like her game may have froze up. Nope, there we go. There's the cutscene for her. Okay. Had to peek behind myself in the corner. Normally, I would co-stream. One, I wasn't sure how Wifey's computer would handle the OBS camera setup for live streaming AQ3D. as it had a pretty comparable power level to the old computer that right now is the Boyo's Plaything. And two, still a bit of congestion, still quite a bit of coughing from the messes, so didn't want her straining voice or stressing self over talking in stream today. So you guys are just stuck with me on this wonderful December Tuesday that's rainy and 50 degrees like the other 11 months of the year. Isn't Pennsylvania bland? Grand. I meant to say grand. Totally meant to say grand. Speaking of grand, I've somehow managed to climb into this stone pillar. I love MMOs. Yep, still December for just a few more days. New Year's 2022 will be Saturday. Yeah, I don't think for the life of me I've ever walked behind the vampire throne to see what's here. I mean, we got a door, it's leading nowhere. I'm sure it's leading somewhere, it just doesn't have a spot yet. Kind of missing a piece of texture here, so we get to see just inside underneath the giant statue. And it occurs that in all of my goofing off that Wifey has flown the coop again. There we go. Well, there's she gone. But we wound up in a fight with the Baroness Lamentia, which we took care of right quick and in a hurry, in just enough time to find Wifey battling the unbound vamps. Vampires sort of loosely themed off the Lost Boys motif. Fun fact, Wifey just saw that movie for the first time this October, despite the fact that she's owned a copy for most of the time I've known her. But you know how that goes. You get a DVD, you set it down, it's never the right time, you watch something else. Next thing you know, it's like 14 years later and the shit's still sitting on your shelf. I mean, not trying to be specific. Just saying these things could hypothetically happen. Speaking of hypothetically happen, what do you do when a giant suit of armor decides to jump off its shelf and try and pierce your head with a giant lance? Answer, fire. Me likey fire. She should be working her way up to that boss battle there, and I would like to get in on that, so up the stairs I go. Hopefully not missing my guess. Missed my guess, so here I wait. Because by the time I would head back down there, she'd probably be done. But that gives me a second to spin around here for the... Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, folks. Let's finish this jamoke off. And now it's time to battle David. Told him never to come in here. And that was easy enough. With the power of friendship and of Fireball. I'm going to try jumping over, right over this here gargoyle. Right back down by the door. How's that for a shortcut, folks? That's how we do. Oh, there you are. All about the shortcuts. You know what? Let's go right after the Baroness. What's it gonna hurt, huh? Apparently not a thing, because Wifey just booked it out of here. Meanwhile, our less than intelligent, less than front sides just kept fighting. We'll take that moment's distraction to run past the giant suits of armor as they try and regain their post. And yeah, back out to the main chamber. Front door is there, which means that Renswald, everybody's favorite vampire mustache and lackey to the old vampire king Dracus. Saying old because he's a vampire, none of them are relatively young, unless they're in Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood. Not for any other reason that could potentially be a spoiler. That would be silly of me. Wifey's back in cutscene land, so let's go ahead and take a second here, take a look by all of these King's Guards. Yep, that's the armor set. Suppose I could have just left it on the login page for a better close-up view. Oh no, I'm a fan of it. Grab myself a refreshing sip of tea. So, bit of a history lesson. The earliest I remember seeing anything on this game, aside from a static splash ad of just a Trolloc, their orange troll character, I remember seeing a video put out by Cicero of the development team. And this was kind of back when... wherever she's at, it's a single-player instance. Okay. This is back when they were just figuring out how to make this work as a proof of concept, and I remember it distinctly because the login physical character assets were randomized. Every time you logged in, you were a warrior with different appearance or different armor, and it was all random every time you logged in. It was just basically a chat client inside of the inn in the original town design in the town of Babylon, which was very small and very cramped and cozy and had a feel of the town of Babylon from AdventureQuest Classic. I joined quite a bit after that where, assets stayed stable. You could actually create a character and that was your character. There was sort of a utility class. There wasn't really class is specifically. Everybody just sort of had the same set of skills. I want to say I got in right before they raised the level cap to 3. And that's where I started playing the game. Wifey came in a bit later. I want to say right about the time they were fleshing out Doomwood for the first time, which would have been about the time, I want to say it was shortly after that, they had blown up the first Babylon and switched to a Babylon that was a bit more open and a bit more laid out like the one in AdventureQuest Worlds. Now Babylon is a full-on city, metropolis, castle town, resembling nothing of the other games and being its own entity entirely, which I kind of feel like is good. It's less familiar, but it certainly stands on its own. Wherever Wifey is, she is super there. Kind of just hanging in and peeking over my shoulder, waiting to see when I could jump over. She's in cutscene land again. Well, while I'm waiting, let's pick a fight with some vampire castle guards. Because story time with a grumpy old guy just ain't what you came here for. Came here for story time and combat. Which is only fair, honestly. In all honesty, that's what I came here for. You'll notice I'm holding on to that 5 ability with the dragon breathing fire. That's my ultimate, and it's the big fancy special attack, and I'm going to save that for a special occasion because I'm just an old-fashioned sort of guy. She's still in a full instance, so let's head back out and pick a fight with a giant suit of armor, shall we? Yeah. Now, I did mention guilds are a thing. I'm typically not a guild person. We tried the guild thing in Worlds. It worked for like a week. Not that it didn't ever not work. It's like, what's the point when it's the same 3 people? We're just basically making one to make one, and that's no fun. Wow. Super full instance. Okay. We'll get to fight the big giant suit of armor at least one more time. See us nearing the 80% mark here as we go up against Solomon Dirge. Nearing the 80% mark to level 32. Also making decent progress to through Guardian rank 12, moving up to 13. Really want to start hitting past rank 15 so I could start unlocking the legendary stuff. They were just talking about that when I stopped playing semi-regularly a couple years back. Just got into a couple other games that were taking up my time, and you know, work never gets less demanding. That is one thing I've learned in life. It never gets to that point where you're like, yeah, this is kind of an easy year. There's always that other thing driving you, that thing that takes more attention. And certainly the last couple years going out of their way to be more challenging than they really had to be. But we are at where we are at, and it's certainly not worth complaining about. Okay, I could see where Wifey is at, and that is definitely not an area I can gate to. Could tell just based off the flow of the battle the exact instance she's in. Kind of do want to stick around Darkovia, though. Let's go ahead and travel our happy backsides to the town of Darkhurst, though. This is the Darkovia hub town. One of 2 towns within it, the other being Battle-On, the main root town for the game. My favorite thing about Darkhurst is you got the fighting everywhere. Doesn't really sound like a positive, but hey, you want to pop in, get a couple quick kills? You can do it. Oh, yeah. Turns out I had a quest to complete. That's nice. Another great thing, if you look here, there's passive daily quests. We completed a class daily quest, so we can claim that reward. Also have some enemies near our level we could kill. And other ones I've yet to complete today. Complete a dungeon, buy an item, craft an item, use a consumable, catch fish, wants me to catch 10, send a message in chat. Wonder if party chat works. It does. You can claim a reward for just typing hi in party chat, and we will do that. Halfway to our completing 8 daily tasks reward, and isn't that just the dream? Yeah, we completed daily quests, sent a message, killed enemies near your level with different classes, and killed a boss enemy near your level. And that's what I did on summer vacation. Or just on a Tuesday. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, instance is full. Please try again later. Got it. Once again, fights breaking out all across Darkovia here. Werewolves and vampires in their immortal gothy struggle. When this was the new map, it was absolutely flooded, and it had to be because ain't nobody soloing anything here back then. Now it's a little easy. Let's go ahead and pick a fight with this Guardian High Lord. Look at him going for the group heal like a boss, and then taking 4 digits of pain. Jump up here, fight our buddy Lord Anemus again. That jump always a little tricky. Still one of my favorite things to do in the game is find the little ledges you can, in fact, exploit for jumps like that. He's only level 18, clearly level 31. I'm not sweating him. Just kind of beating him because he's kind of a big dumb jerk. Which technically, so am I for just running forward and challenging him like that, but hey, life we live as a pro tag, right? Of course, the great thing about an MMO is you are the pro tag of your story and very much an NPC for everybody else's. Or just a PC. I guess just a PC. But you're essentially an NPC for everybody else's story because who cares if you're real or not? It's their story. One thing I do love about the animation for the Paladin's Holy Bolt is he throws it lefty. Being left-handed myself, I appreciate that. Also appreciate exactly how long Wifey's been locked in a single-player instance. Couldn't help if I wanted to, guys. The game taking no shortage of times to tell me that. Picked up some common Darkovian clothes, or at least picked up the opportunity to pick them up. Not actually going to pick them up, though, because I don't need them in my bank vaults. Already kind of on the foolish side. Think I may need to do some RPG spring cleaning here. Just hanging out here at Ye Olde Blood Fountain. Try one more time to get back on track. And we're finally through. Hot dog. This whole time she was just over here. Now into Darkovia Forest, which is ironically the map right beside where we were the whole time. And it looks like we are heading square into Werewolf Territory, which means we will be taking all sorts of sever damage for being dumb enough to run right behind. And then it's not going to let us run through the door right away. But eventually we get through. stunningly beautiful how this is laid out here. Very different than the rest of Darkovia that has that sort of open yet oppressive sort of feel where everything's just kind of heavy. Here, this is very floral, very filled with detail, but vibrant colors and life everywhere and overabundance, I would say. Everything feeling very wild here. Just gonna toast that dog. Sometimes you get 15 Guardian stacks and you just gotta roast something, you know? Just part of the life we lead. Up against some feral werewolves now. Good old feral wolves. Holy Bolt for the assist there. Let's see what we got here. More feral werewolves. Good deal there. Now I guess it's time to hop up to, okay, Wifey is once again in a cutscene. Which I believe will be leading to yet another single-player instance. If and I had to guess. So let's go back and take out some more feral werewolves. Vampire Knights here. Let's take them up for gigs. Once again, nowhere near what we have to worry about level-wise. One thing I haven't done is free explore the werewolf alcove yet. Got a fairly climbable ledge there. And then I jump into the Coliseum from a spot I didn't know was jumpable. So that was cool. Okay, cool. Now let's check out this Proving Grounds quest. Can't see how this could really go badly. aside from not being able to figure out my direction in this building. But again, if you've watched the channel, you already know I can't figure out directions. There's the wart. Let's have a chat. Okay, let's challenge to the duels. Cool. Okay, I can't enter the solo dungeon because I'm in a party. So, let's go ahead and abandon that for now because we don't want to leave the party. But that is something I'll have to check out another time. See a werewolf guard chilling there. Got various doors holding various stages of enemy. Got these stairs up. Where are they leading? Okay. So you could actually come out here into the audience. That's kind of a neat thing. Wonder if you could watch live fights from here. I mean, obviously, yes, but yeah, it is a heck of a vantage point there. Now that's what I call a fight, he says while staring at the empty floor beneath him. Cool. Let's see how high we can climb up here in the arena. Okay, back row. I think we're invisible walled away from scaling and heading outside. Which you'd expect. You know, these being hard zoned out. Now there is the matter of that caged door over there. Don't think we'll be able to enter. Don't think it really leads to anything. But kind of had to look. Mainly for my own curiosity. Also, to sate your curiosity, one thing I want to point out that you may have wondered but certainly haven't asked, is there fall damage in this game? No. No, there isn't. Feel free to jump from exorbitantly high levels and crash to the bottom to heart's content. Not gonna lie, folks, I'm actually starting to feel it. I'm sure you noticed me sort of dragging there for a moment. But we are here in the senatorial chamber of the werewolves, and I think that's where I'm going to call this here stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been a grumpy old guy gaming with Wifey in spirit. Hoping you're all doing well wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Take care, and we'll see you around.